Hello, first graders. We're going to be starting a new book called Annie and Snowball and the Teacup Club. So again, you'll notice our author is Cynthia Ryland. She's also the author of Poppleton and Henry and Mudge and Mr. Putter and Tabby. So the first thing we want to do when we start a new book is take our sneak peek. Oh, and if you look on the cover, we see Henry and Henry's big dog, Mudge. So I wonder if Henry and Mudge will be in these stories as well. Look on the back cover. Nothing really helping me learn about the book there. Okay, I do see some information on the inside cover here. It says Annie loves teacups. She loves their pretty shape. She loves their painted flowers. She loves their dainty little saucers. Her cousin and best friend Henry doesn't love teacups. Henry isn't interested in dainty things. Henry's dog Mudge weighs almost 200 pounds, which is definitely not dainty. Can Henry help Annie find friends who love teacups as much as she does? So I guess I'm already getting an idea that this story might be about Henry and Mudge helping Annie find some friends with similar interests. Okay, we have a couple chapters here. We have teacups, Henry's idea, and dainty friends. So we kind of already know the problem is that Annie wants some friends who also like teacups, and we kind of have a hint to the solution that Henry's going to come up with an idea to help Annie find some friends. Okay, so let's see what happens in our first chapter, Teacups. Annie lived with her father and her bunny Snowball in a pretty house with a nice front porch. Annie liked pretty things. Her room was full of them. She had a frilly bed and a frilly lamp. She had lacy curtains and lacy pillows. So I want you to think about that word frilly. A frilly bed and a frilly lamp. What do you think the word frilly means? Well, if I look at her bed, if I look at her lamp, they have all those like pieces of cloth hanging off the bottom. So frilly must mean that there's like extra fabric and things hanging off the end. She had little glass dogs and little silver spoons, and she had teacups. Annie loved teacups. She loved their pretty shapes and painted flowers and dainty little saucers. Annie always wanted a new teacup for her birthday, and her father always gave her one. Annie wished she knew someone who loved teacups as much as she did. Her cousin Henry next door didn't like teacups. Henry wasn't interested in dainty things. Henry's dog Mudge weighed almost 200 pounds, so nothing could be dainty in Henry's room. Annie needed some teacup friends. Annie needed some friends who could be dainty. So there's chapter 1. So we kind of already know the problem is that Annie really likes teacups, but she doesn't have any of those teacup friends. Okay, so think about what do we know about Annie? Well, we know she likes teacups. We know she likes frilly, dainty, girly kind of things. We know she lives with her dad and her bunny Snowball. And we know that Henry and Mudge live next door to Annie, and Henry is her cousin. So we've already learned a lot about our new character, Annie. And we can make some connections to Henry and Mudge because those are some characters we are familiar with. And we know that Henry and Mudge are both very kind and helpful people, so I bet they will come up with an idea to help out Annie. All right, so tune in next time to see what Henry's idea might be.